Chapter 22 Reference Management. Chinmay Shah, Sanjay Bedi. Abstract. Every research, whether it would be it in the domain of social sciences or of health sciences, starts with review of literature and ends acknowledging these references. This process till date was done manually. Understanding this concept, this is a tedious process which takes up a substantial part of the researcher's time. The advent of software has brought about a revolutionary change in the way we do our reference management. Importing and storing references, changing the referencing format, locating missing references have been made much easier and less time consuming. In this chapter, we will discuss the need for reference management, explain the basic principles of software use in reference management, and compare the different tools that are available to the researcher. Keywords: review, information retrieval, reference management, publication. Assess need. In previous chapters, you have seen how to do literature search, how to do research, and how to write research article. Now comes most important part of research writing or thesis writing, i.e. reference management. Reference management has gained due importance and it used widely in present time of plagiarism. University Grant Commission or journal are checking your research project for plagiarism check, so if you have not cited your reference properly, your work will go above acceptable range of plagiarism. A decade before, reference management concept was not much known and researchers were writing reference on card and were keeping it in box. Secondly, when you are defending your thesis or supporting your result with appropriate theory, proper referencing increase the authenticity and trust on project presented to reader. In many of thesis work, it is observed that due to workload and hasty preparation, we see mismatch between references cited and reference mentioned at the end of thesis. This is because of insufficient knowledge regarding reference management. For any research project, investigators collect large amounts of data from various sources, i.e. book, journal, periodicals, online database, website, etc. Different sources require different format for writing it in reference section, and to keep track of all these can be tiresome. Writing literature reviews require large amount of time during the manuscript writing. Reference management helps to simplify this entire task so that researchers can focus on scientific aspects of the research process. Brief. What is reference? Why reference to be done? What is reference management software? Why to use reference management software? How to do reference management? Tools, software available for reference management. How to cite reference in publication. Contextualize. Prayab is doing PhD in health professions education. His topic of PhD is gender equality in HPE. He has done review of literature and collected information from various 128 sources including past PH. The thesis, books, general article, news, blogs, unpublished literature, offline thesis from library. He has started preparing his thesis and now looking at resources stored in drive of desktop. Meanwhile, he is also getting few new resources related to result he has got from his study. He now wants to quote from different source, but he is not sure which resource is placed in which folder of computer, which resources are new and which are old. In few of the resources, he has duplicate information, so he is unsure which information is correct. He wants to cite reference as per past style in text as well as in reference section as and when he progresses in writing. He also wants to make sure that he is not giving two reference number to same article. He also wants to update his resource data as and when new resource material is available. He wants to access all his resource data from different locations with different devices so that he can continue to work even if he is not in office. Let us see in following section that how reference manager will help him. Describe. Reference is what we cite and refer to in our thesis or research paper to indicate source of original document, method, data, which can be from book, chapter in book, journal, thesis, published or unpublished communication with author, monogram, website, blog, newspaper, image, etc. We should choose reference based on relevance. Latest year of publication or access, number required by appropriate authority or journal. In present era of technology, we must cite reference as it gives credit to authors of original works. It adds credibility to our work as it reflects that we are working on valid base. It helps us to show the continuation of previous work. There are more than thousands of reference styles, but broadly we can classify as in numbered style. The in-text citation is the number and the bibliography is a sequentially numbered list of references at the end of the text which provides full details of the corresponding in-text citation. Vancouver style is an example of numbered style and is commonly used in the field of medicine. In author date style, in-text citation generally includes author surname, last name along with date of publication in round brackets, and bibliography is listed at the end of the document in alphabetical order of first author's surname, last name. Examples of author date style include the Harvard style and a past style. In footnote style, in-text citations are in the form of superscripted numbers and details of the reference are provided as footnotes at the end of the page. In addition, a complete list of references is provided at the end of the document in alphabetical order of first author's surname, last name. Chicago style is an example of footnote style. Each university or journal subscribes to one of these styles with little personal variations. Many of time we commit error in reference management due to lack of organization, improper file name, unclassified collection, downloading same reference from different resources, vanishing of downloaded article due to hardware issue or change in working environment of devices. This all error can be taken care by reference management. Reference management is a systematic process of organizing the search literature in an easily searchable, retrievable, and citable fashion. A reference manager is software which allows research scholar to manage reference collected in different formats from different sources and also help in citation. Reference management basically deals with three types of activity: searching, storing, and writing of article. Common tasks performed by reference management can be listed as follows. Storing of search result, i.e. reference into web account as well as on our computer. Storing reference in different folder and tag it with topic, date, author, project, etc. Arrange reference according to date of publication, author, journal, etc. Retrieval of reference information from online bibliographic databases. Automated management of PDF files. Open access for easier access to full text content. Web-based reference management for easier collaboration and use across multiple devices from multiple locations. Calling resources to collect information, idea, etc. from different places automatically from online databases. Creating bibliographies. Changing the reference system for resubmission. Inserting numbered sequential, numbered alphabetical, author, date. Insert in text citations into a document as you type. This will also generate a reference list or bibliography at the end of your document based on those citations. Help to manually add print-only resources. Share your references with others in different formats and also allow to create collaborative libraries of references. All above action can be broadly put into following heading: collection, importing, managing, storing, citing, sharing, collection, importing. Most of reference Magenta software have website, desktop application for installation in computer and web browser which help in collecting, importing software from different sources. Reference can be collected from resources database where we usually search our scholarly literature, i.e. PubMed, Google Scholar, Web of Science. scopus. We can also import reference from other reference manager in prescribed format, or we can manually add reference using add reference option in reference manager. It is best to collect import reference when we are doing literature search. This can be done in either one step or two steps depending on type of reference manager you use. In one step method, reference will be directly stored to reference management website using web browser, while in two-step method we need to download it first and then import to desktop application. In both cases, we need to synchronize website and desktop application once we finish literature search so that it's available everywhere. In most of the software, you can import more than one reference at a time. You can collect reference for most of the database, but method of collection will differ depending on database you are choosing. The image given below is showing how to collect reference using Web Importer from Google Scholar. Figure 1 showing Web Importer of Mendeley. You can see Web Importer as well as function of saving one or more articles directly from Google Scholar. During collection, importing of software, please check that you have complete information about the reference I. Title, author, date, volume, issue, page number, and other publication details. One should also look for abstract and the full text PDF. In present era, most of the article will have DOI number, so do not forget to mention it. If anything is missing, enter it manually. Managing, storing. Principle of managing, storing, organizing reference in software is more or less same, but operability of software will be different depending on software customization and feature availability. Reference can be grouped in, and note can be put in folder, subfolder in case of Mendeley, while it can be labeled in paper file. This is one way we can organize our references per project we are working on. Sometimes you may find same reference imported from different websites. In such case, you can use find duplicate function of reference manager to remove duplicate after viewing file with maximum information. As you can see in image below, you can organize your reference based on author, year, title, source, date of adding reference. You can mark it as favorite, read, or unread. Similarly, you can find it in all reference, recently added, recently read, your own publication, and favorite reference. You can also use search option to do direct search of reference. You can also tag the bibliography or can apply filters to bibliography. Figure 2 showing filter searching reference in Reference Manager. Further, you may need to add data manually. Almost all reference manager allow addition of reference from chapter, book, case, computer program, conference, proceeding, encyclopedia, journal, report, television broadcast, online broadcast, thesis, web page, and other category. You need to ensure that you do all required entry for further process. Caution: once you add reference manually, you must press synchronize button to synchronize between desktop, web, and mobile application of Reference Manager. Synchronization will pull down any changes made on all devices. It's a good idea to synchronize regularly to ensure that your documents and annotations are saved in the cloud. Figure 3 showing synchronization between different devices. Citing, creating bibliography. Once you have your references collected, you can use reference management software to generate lists of references and to insert citations from your library as you write. This page looks at setting up the right referencing style and how to cite references in your work. In all reference manager, there is option of insert citation. Insert reference from library created by you in the reference manager using Word plugin. When you use this function, reference will be inserted in your Word file and will look little different from your other text, and you will find it as hyperlink text which is connected with your reference library. So if you update your reference in your library, it will be automatically updated in your Word file. Some of the reference manager may have extra feature of cite while you write option, and some will allow you to copy reference from library and insert it into Word document, but this may take more time than routine. Once you finish writing your document along with citing reference at appropriate places, use the option of creating annotated bibliography to complete your thesis or paper with all reference mentioned in the reference style chosen by you. The biggest advantage of using reference manager during preparing of manuscript or thesis is if you delete or insert new reference after preparing your complete document. It will automatically change sequencing of reference after that, so there is no need to rewrite cite reference again. Secondly, if you are changing journal and need new citation style, with single click it will be changed in whole document. Please keep in mind that when you are sharing or submitting document, create a plain text copy that is no longer connected with your reference manager so that it will not get changed or affected by reference manager used by recipient of Word document. Sharing. Once you are done with your research project and want to publish it, your work is visible to other and they might contact you. Other investigator might contact you for getting reference you quoted in the paper thesis. Reference manager also help you in this by using their built-in function of share reference. Alternatively, you can export reference in specific format and then mail to other investigator who can import in their software. Reference management software. There are many types of reference manager available in market. Box 1 commonly available reference manager. EndNote, Mendeley, Zotero, RefWorks, Papers, JabRef, CiteYouLike, Outlook, Microsoft Word, Google Doc, Citation, RedCube, Paperpile, Civil, EasyBib.com. From the large number of available reference managers, we have chosen few of them to discuss in detail. You can choose depending on pros and cons of different reference manager. Zotero. Zotero is a free reference management tool developed as a project developed at Carnegie Mellon and supported by a small team at George Mason University. It is a free, easy-to-use tool to help you collect, organize, cite, and share your research sources. Mendeley, an Elsevier company headquartered in London, offers their eponymous reference management software suite. It includes Mendeley Reference Manager, Web Importer, the Citation plugin add-on available in premium package. It has a desktop and web program for managing and sharing research papers, discovering research data, and collaborating online. EndNote. Clarivate Analytics, headquartered in Philadelphia, offers EndNote, a reference library and management software. You can find, use, and share research with EndNote. It's for more than bibliographies. Sync your EndNote library across your desktop, iPad, and online. Work on your research from anywhere. RedCube Papers. Papers offers a cross-platform suite of reference management and discovery tools which can dramatically improve the way researchers find, access, organize, read, annotate, share, and cite research literature. Paperpile. Clean and simple and reference management for the web. Sync your library to all your devices and read and annotate like on paper on your iPad, iPhone, or Android device. Cite your papers in Google Docs and Microsoft Word. Citation is a software program that helps you organize your research projects and manage your time. Keep track of all the sources you read and their contents. Analyze PDF articles with annotation pools and save ideas for future projects. Create outlines for drafts and write reports, articles, or books faster and more efficiently than you ever thought possible. Citavi is the only academic productivity tool this comprehensive and the only program that supports the entire research process. RefWorks. RefWorks is an online research management, writing, and collaboration tool that is designed to help researchers easily gather, manage, store, and share all types of information, as well as generate citations and bibliographies. Microsoft Word. With updated Microsoft Word, it has features like creating list of reference, citing it, and creating bibliographic database based on it. Google Docs. This is an online tool help to cite and creating bibliography. It also has facility of one-click change in style of reference citation. An extensive list and comparison of available reference management software can be found on Wikipedia. Image below shows comparison of important reference manager. Figure 4 feature comparison of popular reference managers, adapted from one. Which software should I use? Please keep in mind following question before choosing your reference manager. 1. Do you want to work online or offline? 2. Is paying for use of a package an option for you? 3. Will the package always be free? Mendeley is free to use and it is free to download the desktop app. Zotero is free to use and it is free to download the desktop app. 4. Which operating system will you be using? Windows, Apple, Mac. 5. Which word processor are you going to use? 6. Do you want to collaborate with other people to build bibliographies and or share libraries? 7. Which databases do you expect to use for searching? 8. Which reference style are you expected to use or do you wish to use? 9. Can you create or edit reference styles? 10. Does the software allow you to edit the data fields? Writing for publication. If you are writing for publication, publishers usually require you to use their nominated referencing style. In the case of journals, this is usually the journal's own style. Reference management software encompasses many thousands of referencing styles, and so it is likely that packages will contain the style you are required to use, as well as the more well-known styles such as Apache, Chicago, Harvard, and Vancouver. It is also easy to import a style into a package. If it is not available, for example, the OSCOLA footnote style which law students and legal researchers use. Alternatively, you may be able to create a new style by editing an existing one and saving it separately. As previously mentioned, there are a number of advantages for using an RM, which include the following. Inserting references. As previously mentioned, RMs typically insert coded citation information that refers back to the author's locally saved library. Depending on the specifications of our journal's guidelines, these references may require the use of brackets, parentheses, superscripted text 1, bracketed or parenthesized superscripted text, or commas to separate the author's name and date of publication. All of these formatting differences can be automatically adjusted by setting up specifications in the RM. Creating bibliographies. Depending on how you are accustomed to writing for your field, you may reserve inserting citations until after you have finished drafting the paper and keep a large bibliography in a separate file. Doing this often requires the use of notes and placeholders in the text that run the risk of being submitting with the article to the journal editor, which can make your work appear careless. Using an RM to manage the order in which citations appear in your bibliography can greatly reduce the amount of time you spend drafting an article, leaving more time for data collection and experimentation. Changing the reference system for resubmission. As is often the case, when an author is rejected from one journal, she must begin the manuscript preparation process for a new journal. Sometimes this requires a reorganization of the paper, but most of the time, the authors are required to reformat the paper's references and bibliography according to a new set of standards. These specifications come in one of at least 3 different styles. Summarize. Reference Manager is very crucial and important technological support available to researcher. It will reduce burden of research of managing reference collected from different sources. Reference Manager not only help us to collect, store and cite reference. If used effectively, it will also work as reference library of future research. Evaluate. For research project effect of flipped classroom on students' retention of knowledge, perform following exercise. 1. Choose Reference Manager or choice. Download it and set up it for online browser plugin as well as desktop version. 2. Search reference in Google Scholar or PubMed and collect it using browser plugin. 3. Now try exporting some reference in different format available on that software. 4. Save PDF of article whenever available. 5. Check completeness of each reference. 6. Check for the duplicate and remove incomplete reference. 7. Create folder group as per the need. 8. Open Microsoft Word and now start using Word plugin. 9. Select one of the reference style and do citation in text. Do citation of around 10 reference. 10. Create bibliography of cited reference. 11. Save document for submission. 12. Look at share option in the software and share it with your friend. 13. Try to export as well as import reference from other source. 14. Try to do manual entry of book and journal. Go ahead. 1. Detailed comparison of all reference management software. https //wiki.conslash/wikipediaconfrefrence 2. The following are useful comparisons of reference management software. Imperial College London Reference Management Software Comparison. Comparison of EndNote Online, Mendeley, Zotero, and RefWorks based on 9 criteria. Oxford Bodleian Libraries, Comparison of Reference Management Software. Comparison of EndNote Online, Mendeley, Zotero, and RefWorks based on 4 criteria. 3. Online guide is available in following link. EndNote Further Help. Mendeley Further Help. Zotero. EndNote Training, book into the library's EndNote sessions. Mendeley Training, book into the library's Mendeley Training. Zotero Training, the library runs training for Zotero from time to time. 4. Transferring records and libraries between different reference management programs. https //docs.tognlidcttrkiitwlzu6xlux.jcds7c1bbjnbkupu/edit. Acknowledgements. We acknowledge Vasumathi Sri Ganesh, MLIS, CEO of QMAD Foundation, for imparting knowledge of reference management in us and creating it is interesting for future study.